Hello there, welcome to Minigen. Well, for this video I wanna make something different. I have some ideas in mind but nothing too fancy. So I enter the itch and start to browse for unknown games. Two games caught my attention, Spheres and Legend of Xenia. So I start to have some ideas. I download both games. Spheres is more like a concept game. I really don't understand the idea behind this game, other than non-Euclidean portals. Legend of Xenia is very different, it brings more Zelda vibe, but in the first person. One of the things that I definitely don't like is the fact that this game is in the 4:3 aspect ratio, but even makes sense with the theme of the game. I like the slimes with different colors that behave differently. Reminder me of Slime Rancher. I will install Slime Rancher again. Play a little bit with Slime Rancher, I had a few more ideas and started writing them down. I thought about making a kind of Plants vs Zombies in the first person, where the objective is defend the village for the corrupted slimes. That is it! I will start working on the GDD. For this documentation I will make a simple page GDD. I want to leave the scope of the game small and the Bible type are not much used for this game. Turns out that my single page GDD gave 2 pages because it doesn't fit all the things I want to put. Extra ideas I want to either in documentation ready, I started to register the things in Notion. The only problem is that I didn't choose the name so far. I will think the name later. Halfway through, I found some slime sketches that help me to formulate what I want. I will save them for reference. As soon as I wrote some things on Notion, my first step was to create the project. Project created, I leave it here aside and go to Blender to do the slime. The good thing about the slime is that it's a very simple object, perfect for me that I'm not a 3D artist. Haha, yeah, I'm a loser. I did a basic round cube and rig it. I know the rig looks kinda weird, but that's what I need for the work with Unreal. Playing with the rig a little bit, I realized that I didn't need it. I can do code animation. Not ideal, but I found it easier. Playing with the parents a little was the result I got. I have also started working on the material. That was the result so far. Wait, what if I duplicate the slime and put one inside the other? Wow, that was really cool. I add some eyes, that is it. Now we need more slime types. Done. Now that we have some variation of slimes, I'm going to start working on the code itself. I move to the player and add the wooden sword to the test. The next step is working on an inventory system for the game. Unlike a traditional inventory, I found the system with 3 options. The first option is sword. I work a little with the sword. Let's remember that I'm not an artist. I don't know how to model this sword. For this reason I'm going to do the animation of the sword inside Unreal. Not bad. Temporarily this is attack system that I made, but I don't want to test the peaceful slimes because they will protect us. At this stage I put the temporary sword to test other animations, which are much better than one that I had made. Enhanced animations and damage system implemented, I start to improve the slime jumping system, providing more range of height and direction for them. It is cool, but I want to implement an AI slime so they can walk around them. Before I implemented the AI, I start to implement some sounds to see how it looks. Well, let's back to AI. So the slimes are very dumpy and this makes it easier to do the AI. Now I will focus on programming other elements. The next element that I have to code is the day-night system. I focus on the system because it's very important for the core gameplay of the game. And I also took the opportunity to implement the sounds when the nights come down and the day. Well, first of all, improving all the AI of the slimes. Now they get infected and try to kill you, an important element of the game. I did some stress tests and the engine can handle several slimes as well. Look at that example as infection. The next mechanic I did is to give the possibility to load the slimes. This will make me useful later in the game. I also made a system to be able to rename the slimes, why not? After that, I decided to work on the interface a little bit. The interface was not exactly what I wanted, but hey, we're on the way. I decided to make some bushes to break, but it's still not good. Let's make some particles. For the particles I use Niagara particle system, which is the new particle system for the Unreal Engine. Every bush that player breaks, there's a chance to drop wood. Wood that will be used to make the torches. At this point on the development, I want to break from production, go back to documentation to think about what is working and what is not. Well, new elements defined, time to go back to work on the game. I started to work on the system to collect the items by pressing E. In this case I decided to use C++. It was easy to do. The system is very good to implement the interface, that anything that have this interface can be an interactive object. Other methods requires an inheritance system, but there was a problem of interacting with NPCs. Then I realized that I can edit the slimes with the E key. It got better. I finished the basic craft system and I also made a very simple inventory system. One of the things that I forgot to show you and I do outside the camera is the basics of bow. The result is very cool. Well, now it's time to work a little on the visuals. I started making a map and I know that's a very level design but necessary for the rest to come. And since I'm not an artist, for the base of this project I used an asset that I bought. I used this program called Gaia to make the terrain a little more interesting. Then I applied to AutoPack material and voila, terrain. At first was kind of weird, but I confess in the end, it's really good. I also worked on some details on the river. I want there be a river. I show you how the max is doing. I confess that I enjoyed the result, but I still don't add more things. To make the game more interesting. Some points of interest, maybe an M to open the map. I move a lot on the map, and I'm going to go back to programming and work on an AI the slime that just stopped working. Well, slime fixed. There are still some problems, but better than before. The biggest problem here is that I want to work with a single blueprint for all slimes, enabling transformations in the future. Today I want to focus a little more on gameplay, several things that I want to do in the game. Because basically I want to have a lot of things to do during the day and fight at the night. I need a tree to spawn apples, spawn system for items, and other stuff. I worked on the main menu very simple. I added some things because the game needs to have a main menu. I also made a widget to win the game to finish. Today is a holiday and took advantage of my free time to push the development. Well, the last day I will do the best to deliver the rest of the game. That is it, I solved almost everything on the list and there's still a lot of things that I want to do and add to the game, but I need to respect the 1 month deadline. One thing was missing. Choose the name of the game. Well, leave in the comments what name do you think matches the game. The coolest name will be the name of the game. If you really like this video, consider subscribe to, because maybe I can do more videos like this one.